Hi everybody, I hope you're doing really well. Happy Friday. I wanted to make a quick video so that I could go over the classwork worksheet from yesterday before you take your assessment. So I made this little presentation, so let's just kind of go through it. So just a reminder, these are our equations that we're working with. V is our wave speed, we measure it in meters per second. F is our frequency, we measure it in hertz. Lambda is the wavelength, we measure it in meters. We can show it in the triangle where V is up at the top and F and lambda make up the base of the triangle. The period is 1 over the frequency, and frequency is 1 over your period. So number 1, the speed of sound is 342 meters per second. What is the wavelength of a sound wave with a frequency of 50 hertz? So our wave speed was 342 meters per second. Our frequency was 50 hertz. We are going to divide those numbers, so you should get 6.84 meters. Number 2, a sound wave in a steel rail has a frequency of 620 hertz and a wavelength of 10.5 meters. What is the wave speed? We had to multiply those two numbers together. So 620 times 10.5. Our velocity or wave speed is going to be 6,510 meters per second. Number 3, determine the frequency of a microwave, 0.06 meters in length. A microwave is an electromagnetic wave. It travels through space at a speed of 3.0 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. So if we took our velocity and we divided it by the wave speed here, so 3 times 10 to the 8th divided by 0.06, so that's going to be 5 times 10 to the 9th, so our frequency is 5 times 10 to the 9th hertz. What is the period of a 900 hertz wave? Remember that the period is 1 over the frequency, so that's 0.0011 seconds. What is the frequency of a wave with a period of 0.008 seconds? 125 hertz. Next, number 6, what is the wave speed of a wave that has a frequency of 800 hertz and a wavelength of 0.078 meters? So our frequency was 800 hertz, wavelength 0.078. We had to multiply those numbers in order to get our wave speed, so 62.4. Number 7, in California, Clay is surfing on a wave that propels him towards the beach with a speed of 5 meters per second. The wave crests are each 20 meters apart. What is the frequency of the water wave? So what we need to do here was divide, okay, in order to get the frequency. So we have our wave speed divided by the wavelength, so we should get 0.25 hertz. Dogs are able to hear much higher frequencies than humans are capable of detecting. So for this reason, dog whistles that are inaudible to the human ear can be heard easily by the dog. If a dog whistle has a frequency of 3 times 10 to the 4th hertz, what is the wavelength of the sound emitted if the speed of sound is 340 meters per second? So what we need to do is break that out of scientific notation. So it's going to be 30,000 hertz. Our velocity was 340 meters per second. We're going to divide 340 divided by our frequency. So we should get 0.0113 meters. And last one here. While flying to Tucson, Connie's plane experiences turbulence that causes the coffee in her cup to oscillate back and forth 4 times each 1 second. If the waves of the coffee have a wavelength of 0.1 meters, what is the speed of a wave moving through the coffee? So our frequency is going to be, remember, vibrations over time. So the number of vibrations that were occurring for 1 second was 4, so it's going to be 4 hertz. The wavelength was 0.1 meters. We're going to multiply those two numbers together, so the velocity of that water wave was 0.4 meters per second. All right, so I hope this is helpful to you all. I hope you have a great weekend and a great shop week, and good luck on your assessment.